On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts
now. It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 34, recorded live on April 22nd, 2015. My name is Matt Philly. You can check me out on Twitter at MadPhilly.
And my name is LaRocca, but you can follow me on Twitter at TayrockHD, Twitch at TayrockHD, which is, they match this time, which I'm very happy about. Yeah. And YouTube, TheRock1496.
So, guys, you're going to see a little problem on the screen, but it's because I'm super lazy and I want to fix it. It says The Rock HD. That's what it was last time he was on episode 15. It's been fixed. It's Rock HD.
Don't follow The Rock HD. He's a fraud.
He's a fraud. But don't worry, all the links down below. Bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, so it's been a while. It's definitely been a while since I've done an episode of Pimp My Setup, and I did this last minute because Joey is a boss. He came through. It was all good. And the thing is, the reason why it's taking forever, if you haven't seen the update video, which like 10,000 of you have, which is good, basically there's a new queue in development, which is why I'm not trying to do episodes right now. The queue is going to change everything. So I'm doing an episode today. I'm going to do one tomorrow, and hopefully that will be it until the queue is done. We'll see what happens. I might do one next week regardless, but really want to get this new queue out, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, if you guys want to be able to get text alerts when I'm going live, like this was last minute, either you can follow me on Twitter and get notifications, bam, bada bing, bada boom, or you can text keyword live to 94033. Thanks to my friends over at textsignal.com, txtsignal.com. Use promo code PIMP when signing up for an extra 10 days added onto your free trial. And yeah, that's I think that's about it. But yeah, so and also last announcement, we're actually freaking live on Twitch. We don't do YouTube anymore because people seem to really like Twitch, and Twitch has been going super smooth for me, so I like it, and hopefully one day I can become a partnered person on the internet with my PC build coming up soon. I'll be streaming like crazy. But anyways, let's get in the setups. That's what people really care about. So this first setup submitted by Erishin, of course, because that's a normal name. Let's see, Erishin. Damn it, I unplugged my laptop. Okay, I'm trying to read over real quick. He just says my setup has lots to be improved. He wants to get new monitors, blah blah blah. So if you want to read that, pimpmysetup.com/Q is the place to go. But yeah, I mean, this picture is also not the best because it is a little dark. But I think the thing we can all agree on here is that it's just a lot of stuff going on. Would you agree with that?
100%. Just it's very cluttered and random. Not much organization to it.
So what would you change?
First off, the shelf, actually, it almost looks like it's crooked. I don't know if that's just like the shadow it's casting, but it almost looks like the stuff's about to fall over. That's one thing I would change. Also, the Vaseline lotion, and I think it looks like Johnson's baby lotion. Dude, and those Oreos.
Look at the chat. Everyone's like, gun, lotion, tissues, gun, lotion, tissues, gun.
Oh,
lotion.
yeah. Oh, I didn't even put the two together.
Yeah, see, that's this setup right here is just bringing out the craziness in the chat. Like, look at the plate.
It's the embodiment of what you don't want to have on the side of your setup. Like, you have like empty plates, Oreos, like that doesn't look nice.
Yeah, I mean, literally the plates, the Tom's shoebox, everything is overkill. You have a nice setup, you have all these really nice accessories, so on and so forth, but you just let it go downhill with literally everything else you have. That shelf, it's nice. It kind of looks a little out of place being in the corner, and it kind of looks like with the Smurf, like the Smurf and the Angry Bird and all that, they're just gonna like rip it off the wall. It looks like way too much going on.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And like it has the potential to have like a lot of nice to it. And if you do, I see like you have a webcam and things like that. If you do make videos, you have a window right there. So natural light is always good to have in videos. And
Yeah.
like I would embrace the natural light more.
Yeah,
I mean, this is probably taken at night, but
I really like the poster on the wall, but again, the shelf, it just, there's no correlation between the two. It's a little weird. If you had things that weren't as, you know, obtrusive, it would look nice, but the way it's done right now, it's a little overkill. The headphones, you got to put somewhere else. You know, either get something that clamps onto that shelf and hangs off the side, or you put command hooks or something under the desk.
the
There's a lot of
command hooks
different
work
options.
really well.
Yeah, they do.
I'm actually about to reset them up on the walls, and like I have new paint and everything. I'm not even worried about them really, like taking any paint off.
You just gotta take it off right, which is something I forgot to do in my one of my videos. Anyways, yeah, this setup though, it's not terrible. It's just a lot of, I think really some spring cleaning is all you need. It's springtime. Do some spring cleaning. Get rid of all, you know, the tissues, the used ones, the non-used ones. Get rid of it all because you just no, you don't want that. But all right, how about this? What would you say for theme? Taking a look at this.
There's not really too much going on, like theme wise. I mean, I can tell that you have some really soft hands. That's a solid theme, because of lotion and everything. But other than that, there's no actual theme itself. I mean, I like the red on the keyboard. I believe those are red LEDs, and the red LEDs behind the desk. I like how those match. Like also how it matches the paint on the walls. But other than that, I really don't see too much theme.
Yeah, and I would agree. It's like he does have some personal items, but it's not anything like whoa, bro. Yeah. Like this is wow. He's it's into like tissues and lotion. You know, there's nothing like wow, it hits you across the face. So.
Well, do you know what he has to do? He has to embrace his love of lotions and take everything off that shelf and just put all those different lotions.
Yeah, like I got this lotion when I was on vacation, and
this one's from the Bahamas. It's made from the sand of like orphans.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Okay, that was weird. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay,
I hit my mic.
Let's move on to the next setup. This next one, okay, this next one is my favorite. Actually, my literal second favorite setup of all time when it comes to Pimp My Setup for a lot of reasons. But before I even show you a picture, I want to give you a little bit of a backstory. It's submitted by Jacob, who's been a big supporter of mine. I appreciate that. He's actually been in Hangouts and stuff, so it's cool seeing him submit. And he's actually a college student at Auburn University studying software engineering, and he's about to move out of his one-bedroom apartment, and he's like, oh, it's the best I could do with limited space, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh god, this setup is gonna blow. Meanwhile, I already knew what it looked like, but you know, you hear one-bedroom apartment, you think limited space, it's gonna be terrible. Guys, here it is.
That is not the case.
This is insane. I am in love. Now, I would definitely say that there's a lot of personality options. You know, if you prefer not displaying boxes or Android figures or things like that, then this may not be for you. But wow, this is so freaking sexy. Wire management, the triple monitors, the way the box. I'm not a big fan of boxes on display on your desk. I like it on shelves. The way that it's laid
out, though, really
perfect.
Makes it, yeah.
I mean, just the way the things are hung up on the wall. The what is that called again? What's the
tack board?
Yeah, what's this C word for that? Cork board. That looks amazing. The storage bins, you know, you have to keep in mind he's a student. He needs the printer. He needs all the storage for all his papers.
But he makes it look really nice.
Yeah, he literally makes it work perfectly. You know, certain things I would critique, like maybe don't put the picture frame on your PC along with that Apple. But you know what? It's not even that big of a deal, and it's not intrusive to the setup, and that's what I really enjoy about it. Yeah, it looks great, but I think what really tops this off is like the throw rug flag thing over the window. What I think like 110% makes it that much better is the triple monitor setup without the stands, like how he has the single stand for the three, and how the wallpaper goes with the banner. Because if you look, it's an Auburn football field. Yeah, as the wallpaper,
And I just think that's so crazy. And like, it looks like an actual picture like somebody took.
It looks just, I mean, everything about it just comes together so nice. I really, really like it. And regardless whether you like Android or not, they're cool. Those little things are cool. And they add just a little bit of personality underneath that I think sets it over the top. So.
And you know what else I noticed? He has like all of his Android phones on display.
Yeah.
On the side. I didn't notice that before. I thought it was just the boxes.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to critique, but I think for working with quote unquote what you have, you just destroyed. This setup is top tier. Tip my hat to you. Congratulations.
Tip my fedora.
My fedora. Yeah, if that's what you're into. Awesome setup. Really, really, really like it. And I don't really have much to critique, so bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. All right, let's go into the next setup because this one definitely needs a little bit more. This setup is submitted by Justin. Justin is 15, and the monitor is connected to the MacBook and the MacBook Air, and he's using Hue light strips. And yeah, so taking a look at this, I mean, before we even talk about the setup as a whole, Joey, one thing that you just did not like was the desk, and not because of the desk, but like what's wrong with the desk, right?
Not the desk itself, but the desk definitely needs some TLC to it. I can see like there's a chip missing. You just need to find a way to either paint the desk or just refurbish it. I don't like it when desks look beat up and used. That's just my personal opinion. Like mine's starting to look a little used because I had like, construction going on in my room, whatever. So like that's why I'm looking for a new desk because it looks beat up. And I'm really looking to like for him to fix the desk.
Yeah, and there's a lot of ways to actually, do it. But if you just want to ghetto it out for right now, you could get wood markers because yours is it's like not black, it's not white, it's none of those. So you'd have to actually get one of those wood stained markers, and you just fill it in for the most part. It's not gonna look perfect, but it's better. I would say down the road to get a new desk. Instead of having those shelves on the side, you're going to want to get shelves for above. You don't, if you ever want to get a second monitor, you can't because you're screwed. You could barely even fit that MacBook Air the way it is, which because of that, I mean, it leaves you in a little bit of a rut, especially, I mean, it looks like he kind of uses the keyboard tray, but I don't know. I hate keyboard trays.
Yeah, personally, I feel like it's such a waste of space because you'll never actually use the keyboard tray, and then if you do use the keyboard tray, you're always hitting your knuckles, and it's just not fun. But
the only thing I can think of that would work decent, and it still would be kind of a pain, is having the MacBook Air front and center, and then
underneath. Well, I mean, if you
no, like front and center, so you're using that as a display, and then have the middle one just a little bit higher. That way, you could use it without that keyboard in the center.
Okay.
I don't know. It's not even like it's an insane keyboard. It's just a keyboard.
If he turned around and he got like the shelf that the first setup had, the bottomless shelf, and he would set that up above it, and he'd be able to put like all of his knickknacks on that.
Yeah.
And then actually be able to utilize the other space. That looked really nice.
Yeah. He definitely needs to do something though, because Well, yeah. I just realized how we're going so slow, and we're pretty far into the episode. So we're going to move it up here, go a little quicker. My bad. All right. So yeah, little fixes there, and then you'll be able to start over and we'll be able to critique it. But now this next setup is submitted by Ben, and okay, I gotta refresh the page because I lost. Here it is. Ben is 13 years old. Bada bing, bada boom. What do you think about it?
I like the setup itself. I mean, the wires are really gross. I like the desk. I like how he kept everything black and he didn't mix the colors. The only thing that I really don't like is the wires behind the shelving with the speakers. Like you said before, it looks like a piece of art.
Yeah, he is literally an artist of cables.
Yeah, and then also with the computer, I don't personally like when computers look intrusive to a setup. I like it to be like flush with something, or if it's out of the way more, I like that, and also it looks like those wires would probably be like directly where you'd be looking, and that would just frustrate me more and more. So if you take whatever's in that corner and kind of like angle the PC on that little bit of corner so you can see inside of it still, but it's not as intrusive to the setup, that'd probably look a lot better.
Yeah, you know, my biggest complaint with this is that he has that ATM machine at the bottom left, which I don't have anymore. I had that when I was a kid, so I'm a little upset because that thing was awesome. It literally made you feel like you just...
Yeah, you're going to a bank.
You put money in the bank, and guess what? You're cool enough that you could open that thing up yourself. I like that. That's fun. I don't like that you have Beats. Just kidding, LOL. The iPad in the middle is just absolutely obtrusive. You know, it's just way too big. If you had an iPad mini, maybe, but still, why do you need it there? Again, stupid. But what you can do is you can actually follow one of my videos. I showcased a product that you can actually clamp to your desk and has an arm and it's flexible, bada bing, bada boom. But the reason why I'm saying that is because you put it behind your displays, put it either like above or to the side or something like that. That way it's not in front of you. It just makes more sense. The cables, man, you know, no, you didn't even try.
Don't want to be mean, but it kind of makes me want to throw up a little bit.
Yeah, like behind the shelf, like I was telling Joey earlier, it literally looks like you're trying to be Picasso or something like that. No one's paying you for this cable mess that you call art. You got to do something with your headphones, stuff like that. Get some posters, put some life into it. It's not terrible. It literally just needs some spring cleaning, which I think...
It needs some TLC. That's
yeah,
what
but you know who doesn't need to do spring cleaning?
This next guy.
This next guy is
nice
insane.
segue.
Yeah, you like that? His name is Auntie or something. I don't know. Yes. Oh man, I just dropped my mic thing. Okay, I'm gonna hold. For the rest of the episode, I'm gonna hold it up myself. You know what? I'm just gonna do it like this. We don't even need this. This is America. Damn it, that thing just fell apart. That's fine. Okay, so this setup. Why am I holding it like a reporter? I don't know. But anyways, this setup is pretty clean. I like it, but my main complaint before we even get into it, and I was telling Joey earlier, I don't know if he agreed 100%, but okay, look at the what are they called? Curtains. Curtains is like a mintish green sort of. Then the walls are like beige, and then the desk is pure white. And then, well, actually, it's like white-ish. But then the loom, the cable wrap thing in the middle, is like insanely white. You know, you can pull off a setup like this if you have a million different variations of said color.
Yeah.
So you need to have either white or mint or whatever. You got to choose a color. It's as simple as that. Joey, rip him apart. I mean, what do you think?
I have to disagree a little bit.
You suck! No,
for the fact that I actually don't mind as much the beige walls with the mint curtains. I feel like it's not like... I mean, if he turned around and he made like the curtains like blood red, that'd be a different story.
Wait, dude. Someone just commented, want fries with that? That's an awesome username. Said, 50 Shades of White. Dude, that's the name of this setup. 50 Shades of White.
You know what? That's actually a solid description of this.
It really is, dude. That's awesome. I love it.
But as I was telling Matt, if you want to hide like the beige wall more, I would switch to a more colorful LED and like one that would be more intact, I guess you can call it, with your wallpaper. Like make it have like a nice blue LED on the back of that, and that'd look really nice. But other than that, no other complaints really. Nice minimalistic setup.
Sorry. I'm like,
wait, did I drop?
I'm in the middle of unplugging and unraveling my microphone since it fell apart. I got to get that checked out. Anyways, I feel like I'm literally reporting the news right now, live in color. Okay, so let's take a look at this next setup. Next setup is, I thought it was pretty cool and unique, but Joey thought otherwise. This right here, I'm not throwing you under the bus, but we'll get to that in a second. It's submitted by Anton or Antoine or whatever. He's 14 years old from Sweden. And okay, I don't know if I should read that. That's a little kind of hurts my feelings a little. He said something about his grandfather passing away. So if you want to read that, you could go ahead and check that out. But anyways, taking a look at this thing is really unique. And I really enjoyed it. I really did. Joey was, after telling me I'm a loser and a failure at life. Seriously though, I think that this is, first off, the desk alone, right, Joey, is super unique. You have to.
I absolutely love the desk personally.
So unique.
When it comes to me, I like to be able to have the keyboard right here. I like to be able to have my mouse like within reach. But the thing is that when it comes to racing setups, is you have, I mean, if you're playing racing games every day, it's a different story. But if you're like casually playing racing games, it's not worth it to have it like this. But I mean, he has the steering wheel, he has the gas pedals and everything. Like the gas pedals can double as a footrest, obviously. But I just feel like it's so impractical to have to reach around the wheel to use the keyboard, to use the mouse, things like that.
Well, okay, I think that it's set up like this just for the picture.
Okay. Actually, that makes sense then.
Yeah. I hope. The only thing is we don't know where he stores it, which is definitely a big deal.
Yeah.
Storage. The easeability, is that a word? Easeability? No.
Usability? I don't.
No, like the ease of putting it away and bringing it back, things like that.
Okay.
But Chris is making fun of Joey. He's like, I doubt it's not hard mounted like Matt said. It's okay. He's new at this stuff. What do you mean
hard mounted?
I don't know. He just likes using the word hard. Anyways, yeah, so he just fixed his mistake. But yeah, so I really like the monitor. The monitor is super sexy. I love the way it's displayed. I love the LEDs with that desk. I love the chair. I love everything about this setup. It's so unique. It's out of the ordinary, which I give you props for. Not a lot of people do this. The desk is dope though. You got to tell me where you got that. Well, he's also in Sweden, so
I like it because it's not like cookie cutter setup. It's
exactly. It's different.
Out of the norm, but he pulled it off really well.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The MacBook Air, I don't think that that's really the best spot, but it doesn't look terrible. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. It works. It works though, and I give you props for really putting the headphones the way they are. Mm-hmm. Really, everything is pretty decent. I will give him props there.
What I think is really cool about this setup that I just noticed is that it has cup holders.
Yeah, it does.
That's awesome.
That is pretty sick, especially cool. When you're gaming.
Oh, yeah.
You need that.
I have like 6 water bottles on my desk just out.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
You're a terrible human being. But yeah, so anything else you want to say?
No.
All right, well, I think now's the time we go to the next setup submitted by Carlos. So, funny story about Carlos. He's been watching Pimp My Setup and I think swashin in general for a very long time. But get this. I remember because I've seen it on the thing. It's got the check mark next to his username whenever he comments on a video. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And he has 180,000 subscribers.
You sound like Keemstar for a second.
Did I? I've been watching too much Drama Alert.
Now over 175 million.
Let's get right into the news.
I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news.
Oh, God. Okay. Anyways,
a wall.
He really has 180,000 subscribers, which is insane because guess how old he is?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah, no, I'm asking the freaking wall, Joey. Who do you think I'm asking?
Oh, you were asking the chat. Well, I'm going to say 15.
He's 16, so shut up. Okay. Okay. All right, anyways, yeah, he's 16 years old, which I think is crazy. So congratulations. That is an insane accomplishment in such a short amount of time. And yeah, so taking a look at his setup, it's not as cool as he is. No, I'm just kidding. Really, though, the cables are just,
really throws the whole setup off.
If the cables were nice, this setup would have gotten a real nice, set of compliments from me. But my favorite part of this setup, hands down, all right, Joey, if you had to guess, what do you think my favorite part of this whole setup is?
LEDs.
No.
It was a solid guess,
No, it's not. No, I'm just kidding. Take a look above the microphone.
Oh, the plaque?
Yeah, that plaque is sexy. I mean, it's not as nice as my 10,000 subscriber plaque made out of cardboard, but it's still pretty nice. I'll give you that. Seriously, though, that is super sexy. I do like the YouTube mouse pad, like someone mentioned. the YouTube
I like
book.
the YouTube notebook. That thing's
That is so
awesome.
cool. Where can I get that?
I have my YouTube dog tags from back.
Oh yeah, I probably need to have like 150,000 subs at least to get that notebook though. So I probably shouldn't ask. But I like the monitors. I like that setup. Everything like that's nice. I would hang your headphones somewhere else. I would probably put a little bit more on the walls and clean up the cable management. But as far as the desktop, you kept it really clean. For what it is, I give you props there. But I definitely think just a little bit of cleaning up will set it over the top.
I'm just curious about the 3 iPads.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you tell us about that, Carlos?
Get Carlos.
I know, I'm waiting for him to respond because he's actually tuning in live right now via Skype.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm just kidding.
Via Skype.
Via Skype. But yeah, so thanks so much for submitting your setup and thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. And yeah, you ready to move on to the next setup?
Oh, of course.
Next setup is a little bit different. Maybe not the best photo in the world, but it's submitted by Jacob, aka Jacobus or Jacobos or something like that. He's 18 years old and he's turning 19 in May. So hey, happy birthday coming up. And he wrote a lot of words and things that I can't read because I have a 3rd grade reading level. But as far as everything else goes, taking a look at this, what do you think, Joey?
It has a lot of potential. First off, that one mismatching monitor to the right is throwing me off.
True.
Because just the bevel is just so big. Also, the wires behind the monitors, like those are pretty solid sized monitors. You can easily tuck those behind there, find a way to Velcro them to the actual monitor itself. And other than that, it's a pretty nice setup.
Boom. I like that.
Yeah.
I like your little walkthrough. I like that. Seriously, those cables are just hideous.
Yeah.
Like just hideous. But okay, here's the thing with the picture, we can't really, you know that saying pictures can tell 1,000 words or something.
Oh yeah.
This tells me about 13 words in total, and that's about it. I'm looking for the rest of the story. You need to give us more pictures. But based off of what I do see, you need to go ahead and put some posters up on above the setup.
Definitely needs more personality to it.
Yeah, you need some LED strips here. It would work perfectly, especially not only having them against the desk, but also behind the triple monitor, because it would just really double that up. You need to get... it's so weird that his cables are good underneath, but not on top.
Yeah, maybe
So
that's why
weird.
they're so good underneath, is because he put some of them on top.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Hey, we have 233 people watching the show.
Dude, that's insane.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I like the microphone. I like the headphones. I like the pop filter. I really like that. It all comes together really nicely, but it's missing some personality. You gotta let it shine through like it's a window. Just let it shine through. And yeah, so I think now we're gonna go to the final setup submitted by Peter. And Peter, this setup is epic because, okay, the reason why I think this setup is so cool is because, first off, he's 36 years old from the Netherlands, which is so cool. I really think that's cool. But the best part is he lives in a small apartment. He doesn't have a separate room where he can keep his setup, so he has to set everything up in the living room, and his desk is only over 1 meter wide. So the fact that he is making use of such small space so perfectly is so crazy. So taking a look at this, what do you think, Joey?
Yet again, it's back to that very minimalistic setup, and I really, really like it because the Razer products themselves add a lot of personality to a minimalistic setup.
Yeah.
It's green and black. I like how he kept everything with the same color scheme, and that is a lot of points in my book as in general. Also, the fact that he's able to hide every single wire that he has on this like pretty much wide open desk, and
except for the one that goes to the wall.
Yeah, but you can't do anything about that one. Yeah, it's just perfect. I think it's absolutely insane setup, and also I really enjoy like the glass trophy case. It's something I like about it.
Yeah, I love that he's got the headphones on display. You know, the case works perfectly. Everything follows the theme. The speakers are perfect. Everything, like you said, the cables are nice. The display case is perfect because everything in there sort of like, you know, shows off his personality, shows what he's into. And it just comes together so nicely. And I can't give you enough kudos for making use of such small space, because he said that he has to, he's living with his girlfriend. So I'm sure your girlfriend wasn't like, yeah, take up part of the whole freaking living room with your shitty setup, So for you to do that, I'm sure your girlfriend doesn't mind it at all, and that is hard to do. So props there. Really, really like this. It comes together super nice. And honestly, I wouldn't really change too much because you don't have much room to work with. I'm sure you can't put a poster up above it. LEDs in this setup may be really useless, except inside of that case, it would look pretty cool if you had.
I feel like he might have them. It's just the picture's not showcasing it.
I hope he does, because that would be sick. I mean, let me try to look through here. Oh no, he doesn't. He only has LEDs that come out of the case.
Even those look nice though.
Yeah, you should totally get like single strips for inside there, because that would look insane. I mean, that would look awesome. But yeah, so other than that, do you really have anything else you want to tell him?
Honest to God, no. Because even when it comes to the trophy case, if you zoom in, everything is organized. It's not like anything's just thrown in there. It's all displayed.
Yeah.
And just overall, really nice setup.
Yeah, I really like it. So there we go. Now is the part of the show where we break it down to the crazy scores.
Pretty good.
All right. We have the scores. The scores are final. Here we go. The first setup submitted by Arishan or whatever got a 50, followed by Jacob with a 94. What? Justin got a 38. Ben got a 49. Auntie, I think, got a 75. Anton got an 80. Carlos got a 55. Jacob number 2 got a 47, and Peter walked away with an 84, making our winners. Jacob Varner, aka Auburn, basically. And then second place coming up with Peter.
MLG air horns popping off right now.
Yeah, cool. All right. But yeah, so those are our winners. Definitely deserved it. Freaking awesome. Really nice. Crazy enough, though, people are freaking out that he got a 94. Can you believe that he got 94? But that is not
that setup's so worth it.
Oh yeah, but that is not the highest scoring setup ever in Pimp My Setup. That still goes out to Cookie Dunn. If you have not seen his setup, setupaddicts.com/forum. That it's there. He has a whole evolution of the setup. It's freaking insane. And yeah, so there you go, guys. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup. If you have not joined setupaddicts.com/forum, the brand new forum, you should definitely do that. It's freaking epic. Joey, thanks for coming on, man.
Dude, thank you for having me on.
I cannot wait for VidCon. We're going together, guys. If you didn't know, it's going to be epic, and we're going to have a great time.
Yeah,
especially at Disneyland. And if you guys haven't followed them on Twitch, again, link and all that below. Bada bing, bada boom. With that said, thank you so much for watching this video. If you got this far into the episode, then go ahead and write Joey is so beautiful flamingo in the comments. And yeah, my name's Matt Philly. You can check me out on Twitter at MattPhilly.
And you can find me on Twitter at TayrockHD or Twitch at TayrockHD or YouTube at TheRock1496.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the
flop.
Boom.
Thanks for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow at Pimp My Setup on Twitter for the latest info about the show. And check out swashin.tv/schedule to know when we'll be live again. Stay up to date with Matt Philly by following him on Twitter at Matt Philly. And until next time, we'll catch you on the flippity flop.